Support for Radio Friends comes from Voluntary Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact Voluntary Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at lebrunnery.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, March the 5th. We've got a couple of talented young ladies with us from Hickman High School. I want to introduce you to Raya, Aberbach, and Morgan Miller. Good to have both of you here.
Good to be here.
And you are here to promote what production?
How to succeed in business without really trying.
Right on cue. That's very good. Tell me about the show.
Well, the show is set in the early 60s, and it follows a man named J. Pierpont Finch, who is attempting to climb the corporate ladder in a new corporation he gets a job at. And
with the help of a book titled How to Succeed in Business
Without Really Trying. Right.
Yeah.
Now, how would you classify this? A comedy? A musical?
Yes.
It's a musical comedy.
So it's a musical comedy. Okay. How many students are in this production?
I would say about 60.
Yeah,
60?
65.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with the orchestra pit,
That's
with the director, with the stagehands?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So how many are performing altogether?
Probably 30, maybe a little more.
Is this a hard show to do?
It's actually a lot easier than some other shows because the parts to sing aren't as drastic, and it's just because it's a classical show. Mm-hmm. It's not as
it's difficult.
Yeah,
maybe because you know some of the music, you've heard some of the music, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what character are you playing?
I play Rosemary Pilkington, who is a secretary.
Mm-hmm. And
I play Smitty.
And our characters are best friends.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you enjoying the show?
Yeah.
Doing it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially because of the family that you create with all the people that you become close to, because it is a stressful situation, but in the end, it's just a great experience.
So how many hours a day go into this production?
Well, on some days we work on it in class since it is performed by the musical theater classes. Mm-hmm. So that'll be an hour and a half. And then we rehearse anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a day.
2 to 5 hours a day?
It really depends on the week. This week
Yeah.
we're doing 3 hours, but next week I think maybe 4, and the week after that is 5.
That's a big commitment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck with it. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. If people want to come and be a part of the audience, what do they do?
Well, the shows are this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, March 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Okay, March 8, 9, 10.
The show starts at 7 o'clock. All you have to do is come to the Hickman Auditorium and buy your tickets. They're $5 for students and senior citizens and $7 for adults. You could also come to the Fine Arts office at Hickman High School and buy your tickets.
Okay, so you can buy them in advance or you can get them at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You think if people wait till they come to the door, there'll be enough tickets left?
Yeah, our auditorium's pretty big.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Break a leg there. And if people want more information, actually how to succeed in business without even trying, Hickman High School's production, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you can go to their Facebook, the Hickman High School Facebook page, and they'll tell you all about it too. It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show. All right? So I wish you the best of luck. Now, my friend Nick Foster, Voluntary Action Center, just kind of snuck in here. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing well. How are you, Paul?
I'm all right. All right.
Good.
What have we got going for Voluntary Action today?
Well, we talked, the last time I was here, we talked just a little bit about Homes for Computers, and we did that we did it last month, toward the end of the month, and we were able to provide 40 computers for families in our community through that.
40 computers.
40 computers. When we had the highest number of people to apply this year than I've ever seen, there were 62 applications, but we had 40 computers that we could provide, and we did that.
So where are you getting the computers from?
Computers come from the city of Columbia.
So you're not asking our listeners or viewers to give you their computers.
No, we always get that question. People want to be able to put their older computers to good use. We just aren't able to manage all of that in that way. So the city basically manages to take care of the computers, to get them wiped, all the hard drives wiped. We have new software that's put on them, and then the Optimist Club helps us by distributing them on that Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And these computers are in good working condition computers.
They're in good working condition. They are secondhand, but especially if you're without a computer at all, they come in very handy. I was talking to a woman at the distribution who was there with a relative, but she told me that she had gotten a computer before and had just sent it off with her son to college. Mm-hmm. So they had gotten it while he was in high school, and it was still functioning. I asked her a number of questions about it. Has it worked well for you, and so forth? And she said it has. And so now it's off at college with him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's amazing. You know, when you stop to think about it, it really is difficult to get by without a computer anymore these days.
Well, there's just that assumption that you're going to have one. And for a lot of people, they're able to do a lot of what needs to be done on their phones. Their smartphones are becoming more and more common. But there are certain things that you really do need a computer. You need to have that keyboard, and you need to have a little bit more access. There are things that are accessible on the phone that are just not as easy to deal with as they are on a computer screen.
Right. So what else have you got going on?
Well, you know what? I don't know that I've mentioned this to you, but our 50th anniversary is coming up next year in 2019.
Voluntary Action Center, 50 years.
50 years old. Started as the Volunteer Information Center. Within a few years, changed its name to Voluntary Action Center, and we've been doing that ever since. So we've got some plans in the work we're looking forward to. And the work that we're doing, I think, is very, very important. We recently looked at some of the data that we've collected from last year, and I was really interested to see. We serve people at or below 200% of federal poverty guidelines. And so for a family of four, that's probably going to be, I think right now, around $23,000, $24,000 a year. You think about that just a little bit, and by the time you pay the rent,
you can't live on that.
Very difficult. So we help people up to twice that amount. But I was curious to know how many of our folks that come to see us are more at the poverty level, and as it turns out, 75% of our clients are at or below 100% of federal poverty guidelines, and 96% are at or below 150%. So there are very few people that reach the upper levels of that guideline that we use for serving people. Mm-hmm. We're serving the people that we intend to serve, those who are struggling the most.
Does this surprise you, Nick, to see statistics like this?
No. I wish I could say that it did. When I saw that number, I was not terribly surprised to see it. It's very rare that someone comes to us. We serve people who are residents of Boone County, but it's very rare that anyone comes to us who exceeds the income level that we have set.
Yeah,
and usually when it does happen, it's very little.
Most people don't want that. They want to be self-sustaining.
Oh, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. And so we're helping people to bridge that gap between here and there to just get through so that they'll be able to take care of themselves in the way that they want to.
Right.
Exactly right.
So if you want to help out with the Voluntary Action Center, or if you need assistance, Voluntary Action Center, how do they contact you?
874-2273 is our phone number. Visit us at vacmo.org.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nick Foster, for coming by. Voluntary Action Center,
thank you, Paul.
A real asset to our community. All right, tomorrow, nutrition and diet and the League of Women Voters. Have yourself a nice morning. Bye-bye.